Hey, what's going on, guys? So before we get into today's video, I just got to give a giant shout out to Ed Marshall Jewelers. They are the absolute go-to spot in Scottsdale, Arizona to get a luxury timepiece. They have absolutely everything from the low end, the medium end, and the high end with some extremely impressive pieces. They were kind enough to provide the watch for today's video, so there's absolutely no way that this video would have happened without them. So thanks again, guys, for being a great friend of the channel. I'm going to link their website down below in the video description so you can take a look at the inventory for yourself. So I'm really excited to get into today's watch. It's from a brand that I guarantee you guys probably haven't heard before, but you know about now. And that brand is Zanetti. Zanetti was founded and is based out of Rome, Italy. They produce an extremely limited number of watches a year that maxes out at 800 watches. Detailing on Zanetti watches is just second to none. All of the engraving and painting is done by hand. And that's what really stuck out to me when I was reviewing this watch, and I knew I had to share it with you guys on the channel. Because all of Zanetti's dials are hand painted individually, each watch is truly a unique piece of artwork in itself. The watch we're going to take a look at today is from the Regent Sky collection, and it's actually the Regent Sky Chronograph. So please, guys, take a nice look at this dial. I hope that the camera conveys what I'm seeing, because in person it's absolutely breathtaking. I believe all of the paint you're seeing on the dial is enamel, but the white on the dial itself is not. It's actually ivory. And it's not just any old ivory. Here's what really stands out. This is ivory from a woolly mammoth tusk. I'm not exactly sure how the folks at Zanetti sourced woolly mammoth tusks for the watches, but they did, and it just looks incredible. So as I wind this watch up to get it going, what you guys are going to notice right away is there's no second hand on this watch. And I think that that's absolutely fine, and I actually prefer it on this piece, because that means that you get an undisturbed look at this amazing dial. This watch is operating a ETA movement. It's the only thing on this watch that isn't in-house. Everything else is made in-house. All the engraving is done in-house, the painting, the dial, the leather, everything. But, you know, the Swiss make a good movement, so Zanetti decided to leave that up to the Swiss. Some people are going to take issue with that because the price on this watch is $6,700. But honestly, guys, for the amount of detailing on this watch, and for the individuality factor, I think that the timepiece justifies the price. I mean, where else are you going to get a hand-painted Galaxy dial on woolly mammoth tusk? So let me go ahead and get this chronograph going so you guys can see how it looks. The chronograph push does feel good, no problem there, but it doesn't feel as crisp or substantial as some of the best in-house chronograph manufacturers, but those are way above this price point. Looking more at the case, we got a high polish, unique pieces in the side. The case finishing is really good. It's really shiny. It really stands out. It reminds me a bit of Breitling. Looking at the back of the case, we have some more Galaxy hand engraved designs on a solid steel case back, and I love it. I think it's a really good look. The crocodile leather straps are, as of course, made in Italy by Zanetti as well. And they're just awesome. They're really, really thick, and they're just about some of the best leather straps that I've felt. The strap size is 22 millimeters, so it would be easy to change this watch out and put it on a different strap of your liking. But I think the black is a nice contrast to the white dial, and they're so comfortable that I really don't think you'd want to do that. Throwing this watch on wrist, like I said, it's just extremely comfortable. Some people might think it's a downside that this watch doesn't have a deployant clasp, but it has a nice, thick, polished, buckle-style clasp, and I think it actually fits this watch really well. This watch is coming in at 42 millimeters diameter and has a thickness of 10 millimeters. Like I've said in a couple of my other videos, 42 millimeters is the perfect size for my wrist. I've never actually measured my wrist. I just know that I'm a bigger guy. I walk around at about 220 and lift weights every day. So the camera is catching a little bit of glare, but you don't see that in person. This watch does have a sapphire crystal,
with a nice layer of anti-reflective coating on it. And in person, all you see is that amazing woolly mammoth dial and the beautiful galaxy painted on top. None of the reflections. So it's really hard to get across, guys, just how eye-catching this watch does look in person. It's a definite conversation starter for people that are into watches and for people that are not into watches alike. It's like walking around with an artistic mural on your wrist. And one of my favorite things about the watch is how on the bottom of the dial it says made in Rome instead of made in Italy. I just think it's a cool little unique touch to add to the rest of the watch's uniqueness. I like having the chronograph function on this watch, but if you guys didn't want a chronograph or you just want to see more of these amazing dials, then you could get this watch in the non-chronograph version, the Regent Full Sky. At some point, I would like to add this watch to my collection. As you know, I've shared my own personal watch collection with you guys. I don't have something this expensive in my collection yet. I'd like to be adding something soon. I might go with the more mainstream watch, Omega, Breitling, or Rolex for my next edition. But in the future, I would definitely like to add some in like this, a more unique piece. One downside about this watch could be the value retention. It's just not going to hold its value like some of the other brands I talked about because it is so unique. But you don't buy this watch to sell. You buy this watch to hold on to. You buy this watch to pass down because it is so unique. There's nothing else like it on the market, simply put. Since this brand isn't so well known, please guys in the comment section, let me know what you think about this watch. And if you guys like this video, please subscribe to the channel. It would really, really help me out, and I'd appreciate it. Thanks so much for watching, guys. I'll catch you next time.